Hi everyone, I'm back. I reviewed Soda's makeup line a couple of weeks ago and did a video on them and tried out pretty much everything from their collection that I could get my hands on, and I ordered it all through Beauty Bay. Since then I have got quite a lot of views on the video, but I also had Soda Makeup, the brand themselves, actually comment on the video down below. I'll pop the comment up here so that you can see what they said, and they pretty much just said, like, you know, we were embarrassed just on the few of the things I said. Mostly it was the eyeshadows that I was disappointed in. So today what I thought I would do is give them another chance and really put their eyeshadow palettes to the test. I picked up these two from Beauty Bay's website. So I got, these are called the Mermaid Eyes. I think they're just like shadow quads. Eyeshadow palette Let's Be Mermaids. They don't have names, which is weird. I still find that strange, but anyway. So I got these two and I'll show you them now. So I got this quad that's got some, I will say the pans on them are absolutely massive. So we've got like a nice light blue, a matte light blue and a matte cobalt blue. And these two shimmer shades as well. So I'm just going to figure out what kind of look that I'm going to do and what kind of colour. And the second one is this one. So we've got a kind of like a fuchsia pink, and the rest of them are shimmer shades. There's only one matte in this palette, which is a bit strange. I still don't quite get the colour story fully, like I don't really understand it. I'm not sure if the intention is for you to collect all of the quads and then put a look together with those. I will say that the pan sizes are very generous, which is quite unusual. Usually they're about half that size in your average eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to really put them to the test and see if I can create a really decent look using them and hopefully give them a better review. I'm just going to review them completely honestly, as I would with any eyeshadow or any product that I talk about on this channel. I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt, use the same brushes, the same primer, everything like that when I'm using them, and just see what happens. So if you want to see how that goes, keep on watching. So like I would with any eyeshadow, I'm going to prime my eye, and I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is just the usual translucent shade. Just going to pat that all in with a finger and just make sure it's nicely applied. I think out of all the shades that I've got here to work with, it makes the most sense for me to do a blue eyeshadow look. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've got two mattes to work with and I've got all the shimmers that I could want. So let's see what I can do with what we've got. I'm going to take this pencil brush here from Freya Cosmetics and I'm going to go into the shade Lagoon, which I think is a matte, but now I'm looking at it, it looks more like a shimmer. So, I mean, I'm just going to try and make it work. I'm just going to try and make it work. So I've loaded up the brush with quite a lot of pigment, and I'm going to start off by packing the shadow down into my crease. I'm going to try and create a bit of like a transition. Yeah, this definitely isn't a matte. It looked matte on the website, in my defence, and it looked matte when it arrived, but underneath all the lighting I realised it is actually a shimmer shade, which is kind of annoying because I was really hoping it would be a matte, but it's sadly not. But I'm going to try and make it work anyway. And I'm just gently blending that out into my temple, kind of like the Bratz tutorial I did a few days ago. I don't really think I'm going to be able to make any more, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more pigment than what I have here. So I'm going to go in with the matte blue shade next. I'm going to take that on a Beauty Bay brush. This one doesn't have a name or a number or anything. And I'm going to pack that cobalt matte shade into my crease and just above. And the colour's there. Just going to try and build it up a bit more. Give it a really good, solid chance. Trying not to be sceptical too early on. I feel like it's only fair for me to really give it a good go. I do feel like I was, by posting this video, I don't by any means feel that I wasn't fair in my initial review. I just thought it'd be interesting to try their eyeshadow quad palettes out and see if the formula was any different, if the colour story was any better. And so far the colour story weirds me out a little bit. And I think if you're going to do an eyeshadow quad, for me, I would do 2 mattes and I would do 2 shimmers or a shimmer and a glitter shade. But that's just me. I don't actually have any other colours available, any other matte colours available to me, or any other darker shades that I'm kind of amplify the look a little bit more and kind of deepen it in areas. I'm going to go back into that Lagoon shade. I'm going to use it to kind of blend this dark blue upward a little bit more. It just ain't it. I just don't think it's... I think I was right, you know. I really do think I was right in my thoughts about these shadows. I don't see it. I just don't see them as particularly good eyeshadows. I mean, the colour's there. Like, it is there. It's on. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. I'd have preferred a better colour payoff. I really would have. I'm going to take the Jessup 233 cream shader brush and I'm going to do a halo eye, I've decided. I'm not going to... This isn't a tutorial, so I'm not really talking you through it. I'm just going to do it. Concealer goes on nicely over the top, there's no issues there. And I'm able to move the product around quite nicely on the brush, it's not dragging or anything weird like that. I do wish I'd had a darker, even darker blue for me to really intensify the corners of this look. Okay, I'm going to try putting some shimmer over the top. I'm going to take Wave, which was from the other palette that isn't the one I got the blue shades from. I'm going to take Wave on a flat Morphe brush, and this shade was from the palette that had the pink in it. And I'm going to try and pack that over the top of the concealer and see how it looks. It's going on okay. I don't really feel like there's enough, like I said, the colour story, I don't really feel like there's enough for me to sit and put a decent look together with this, but like I said, I'm going to do my best. Okay. Just going to use a pencil brush just to diffuse the edges of that concealer a little bit, just so we don't have like a harsh line. They're blending together nicely, and they're blending together nicely on top. Oh, actually, I might have to take that back. I don't know if you can see this area here that's just started to come off. I've used Urban Decay Primer Potion for a lot of my eyeshadow looks, and it shouldn't do that. I'm just going to see if I'm able to kind of put it back where it was. Go back in with that Beauty Babe brush. See if I can pop the blue back on the top. No. That patch is still there. Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from that, sadly. Just blending that Lagoon into it as well, which is the lighter blue shade. I think if I touch or do anything else to this, it's all going to go completely wrong. So what I'm going to do is stop filming, do my other eye, and come back to you with my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back and I've finished up the other eye. I did exactly the same thing on the other side, and I found that when I was trying to blend in the corners and things like that, it just got really, really patchy, unfortunately. I really tried to give it a really good go, like focusing, doing it off camera and things like that, just because I wanted it to work. And anybody who watches this, I haven't revisited this because I want to slam a brand on my channel. I would never do that. At the end of the day, these things in front of me here have cost me money, which we'll talk about in a sec. They've cost me money and they're part of my collection now, so I want the products to work. You know, everybody wants to buy makeup that's going to work for them. I just really wanted to revisit it because I felt like my review of the eyeshadow was harsh, but I feel like it was harsh because it was true. On a second look. I mean, looking at this overall look now, you're probably thinking it doesn't look bad at all, but when you look right up close, if you take the lash off and you look right up close, there's patchiness here, quite bad. I couldn't get the eyeshadow to kind of blend properly, and there's a little, I don't know if there's any patchiness there, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. For my lower lash line, I used two Colourpop liners. I used this dark blue one here and my white in my waterline, and then I took a little bit of the shade Deep Waters and just ran it underneath and kind of blended it in. So I've managed to salvage the look with a pair of lashes and liner, but if you took that away, it would look really crap. I'm going to use the shade Sand, which was a iridescent shimmer shade. I say shimmer, but not really getting a lot. I'm going to put that on my inner corner just to finish it off, and I'm going to take that on a Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to pop that onto my inner corner. See, that's nice. I like that. I do. I think that's really pretty. I think perhaps they could work on their formulas a little bit though, because this is quite dusty and quite chalky. It looks good, like the shimmer shades look pretty, and the shimmer shade on top of my lid looked nice. I mean, it wasn't anything particularly groundbreaking. I've definitely used nicer kind of pearlescent metallic-y shades, but the mattes again were not the best. They really weren't the best. And the fact that I wasn't able to build up the colour without it going patchy and completely removing that top layer is disappointing. The other downsides I'd say as well, like I said, the colour story was a bit off. I just can't get my head around why you would only include one matte in the entire eyeshadow quad. That to me doesn't make a great deal of sense. The price point as well I'm going to chat with you about. So the price of each of these shadow quads were £10.75p. I'm not too sure what that is in dollars, but I don't think that's a terrible price, but I will stand by, I have Colourpop palettes that are that price, if not cheaper, and perform tenfold to what this performed today. And it's also not difficult for me to put together a complete look using one Colourpop palette. I appreciate that this is only 4 shades. However, potentially, just in the future, maybe what I would do is make these 4 shades into 8 smaller shades, or maybe 12, and I would include a lot more mattes, because this looked matte when I bought it, and I realised that it wasn't. It was a shimmer shade. I'm going to swatch this matte for you here as well, just so we can really get an idea of the pigmentation. Yeah, no, it's not just me, unfortunately. So yeah, I gave them a go. Soda, if you're watching this video as well, if you guys reformulate, like I said in my comment to you, if you guys decide to reformulate your eyeshadow palettes and your glitter liners, let me know, and I'd be more than willing to give them another go for you. But it's the same as it is always. I'm always going to be 100% honest. I just don't believe in telling people to go out and buy something and telling people something's great because you want to end up on PR lists, or, you know, you're doing a favour for the brand. I just don't believe in it. I'd rather people spent their money based on a recommendation of mine, and I was 100% truthful about it, and people got, you know, a good product for their money. In my first soda video, I used one of their highlighters, and I said that I really regretted not buying the pink and blue pearlescent highlighter. So because I got a bit of money off with my Tri points, I did purchase that highlighter. So I thought what would be quite nice is if I do it over the top of the halo eye that I've done, and perhaps a bit more highlighter on the top of my cheekbones. So it looks like this in the pan. Sort of catch it in the light, it's quite pretty. I'm going to do a little swatch of it for you now. Just try and find some space. Suppose it's picking it up. Let's see what it looks like on the face. That's the true test, really. I'm going to take, this is a Bdellium Tools Golden Triangle brush. These are excellent for highlighter. And put that on the top of my cheekbones. And I kind of tie it in with the blue that I've done up top as well. I'm not getting any of the pink. Let's try the other side. It's actually not picking up on my skin texture this time around, which is really nice. I mean, I can see a little bit, but it's not blatantly obvious at first look. I'm not really getting any of the pink in it though. It's supposed to be a pink and blue highlighter. Like an iridescent. Yeah, even on my finger, I'm not getting any of the pink when I swatch it. That's weird. Okay. Well, I can't do a look without some glitter, so I'm going to take this W7 liquid liner, pop a little bit of glitter on the top. That instantly has made that look like 100 times better. That is what a glitter eyeliner looks like. Insert shady rattlesnake. Thank you for watching today's video. I just, like I said, I just always want to be 100% truthful and honest, and if these are something that you've already bought and spent money on and now you're thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give these a second go and just see if it was me on the day. Like, I do get days where I try and do my makeup and it just doesn't work out for me. I managed to pull together a fairly decent looking makeup look from a glance, but honestly, for recommendations for eyeshadow, I can't recommend Colourpop enough. Unfortunately, if you're like me and you live in the UK, you do have to wait a little bit for them to arrive, but for what you get for your money, they're 100% worth it. Soda do make some nice products. Their lip balm is really nice, and their eyeliner, their Black Cult liquid pen eyeliner, is also really nice. Sadly, I don't think these are for me. I don't by any means think that they're absolutely horrendous and they should be thrown in the bin, but I just think for your money you can get so much better. So sadly, these were a no for me. I gave it my best go, and I just really don't rate them. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and that would really help me out. Also, if you subscribe, you'll be able to see all my future content. Every Tuesday I sit down and do a makeup look whilst talking about conspiracy theory, which is inspired by Robert Welsh and Bailey Sarian's channels. If there's any products or palettes or foundations or anything like that that you would like me to review on this channel and give my honest thoughts and opinions on, please leave them down below. You can either link them or just leave me the names and I will look them up for myself, and if it's something that you would like, then I would definitely do more reviews. Like I said, I'm 100% no BS. If I don't think something's worth it, I will just say it as it is. I think when it comes to consumerism, particularly in the beauty industry, that's not a particularly cheap thing to be into. I think it's important that people like me are honest when reviewing these products. Stay safe, guys. Have a really good week, and I will see you all soon. Bye.